Case number 1 begins with a shocking decision. She left her 6-year-old child alone in 105-degree heat just to go on a date, then came back asking for him again. The courtroom is already stunned.
I'm Judge Brian D. Woodard, and ma'am, you brought this case before me. Matter of fact, before I get started on anything, I see your both last names are Campbell.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken. So what is your first name?
Kelly Campbell.
Kelly Campbell.
Yes.
And you, ma'am?
I'm Rochelle, but you can call me Ro.
Okay, Rowan and
Kelly.
Kelly, okay. Yes. Kelly Rowan, let me go there because if I forget it, because Rowan Kelly. All right, so let's get started. So go ahead and tell me about this.
My name is Kelly Campbell, the best project manager the city has to offer. I brought my cousin to court because she's attempting to want to get involved in her son's life all of a sudden.
2 women, same name, same blood, now standing before a judge. But something feels off as Kelly calls out her cousin for suddenly wanting motherhood after years of absence. What really happened before this moment? The truth is just starting to surface.
But her choices, they're poor. She has childish behavior, and she's not taking care of her responsibilities. Simple.
She's not taking care of her responsibilities. How does she have children with you, or living with you, or?
She has a son, 6 years old.
6 years old?
Yes.
And so what makes her childish?
She's just,
Girl,
she
I'm
wanna be in
grown.
these streets. She's
Girl,
from
Hold
grown.
on one second. We're gonna get to that
I'm
part.
real grown.
Okay, Miss Grown. One thing about it is grown people don't have to tell other grown people that they're grown. So just wait till I get to you, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this train moving. But I'm gonna get to you.
Yes, sir.
Miss Rowe. Yeah, R.O., really obvious.
Accusations explode as one side is called childish, irresponsible, and unfit. But the judge quickly shuts down the attitude, reminding everyone that real maturity proves itself. Tension rises as the defense prepares to finally speak.
All right, let's go.
If
Let's
you
go.
could change the R to a H. But the point, what I'm saying is.
We're not going there, but go ahead. I'm just
I
gonna go ahead and over like
Emotions
that.
are
I understand, but let's go ahead and get to business.
She's childish because she chooses to mix up her priorities.
Okay.
It's not flying, Your Honor. Her child, it's about 105 degrees. She has no AC. She has a gym fan circulating in the home.
The window was cracked.
Hold on.
The window was cracked.
Ladies, let me go ahead and get something straight right here because I just wanted this to go smoothly. And I know how ladies are sometimes. Y'all like to talk and get your point across, and you're going to be heard. I promise you're going to be heard. But being heard this way is not going to fly. So let's go ahead and continue without any interruptions.
The courtroom heats up as disturbing living conditions come to light. A child left alone in extreme heat with no proper care. As excuses fall apart, the judge steps in. But what's revealed next could change everything.
Ms. Rowe,
Got it.
when it's time for you to go, I will go back to you, Ms. Rowe.
Yes, sir.
But for right now, please keep quiet. Can we do that? Let's get this show back on the road.
Thank you, because she's rude.
I didn't ask about what she is. I'm just asking you to go ahead and continue to tell me what you're going to do.
I stand corrected.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Let's go.
I apologize. As I mentioned, her 6-year-old is in very poor conditions. Circulating hot air with hot air is not going to fly. As I mentioned, the temperatures are high. She leaves a bowl of noodles, chicken flavor, for her son, Capri Suns that aren't refrigerated. The child is so behind educationally, all he know how to do is whoa.
Interruptions force the judge to take control, demanding respect as shocking claims of neglect continue. Poor conditions, lack of care, and serious concerns pile up, but the full truth is still unclear.
It's just a lot going on. I don't like it, and I am going to be the provider for her child. And that's it, point blank.
Okay. And Ms. Campbell, what are you actually asking for before I go further into this?
Honestly, I want the full custody of her child, Caleb.
Okay.
And I would like her to pay me since she wants other men to pay her. But that's what I'm asking.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to tell me before I move on to Ms. Rowe?
I want you to see that she's truly childish, lax.
I didn't ask for insults. I said, is there anything that you want to tell me?
I didn't know that was an insult. It's really factual. No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, See, this is going to be a challenge.
The demand is clear: full custody and financial support. But the judge wants facts, not insults. Emotions clash, motives are questioned, and what looks like concern may be hiding something much deeper.
Whew, don't you know? Miss Rowe, let's go. Continue this show.
Thank you, Judge. Okay, so they keep saying I'm crazy, right? They took my baby from me and gave it to her because I had a little date. I spent the block. I left him at the house by himself.
You spent the what?
The block. We went to Perry's. Me and his, he was tall, dark, and handsome. But I was gonna bring him a pork chop special back. So I went on this little date, left him at the house by himself. I gave him some noodles, a Capri Sun, and they call themselves saying, oh, you can't leave the baby at the house by himself. I'm like, look, he was good. It was just for like 2 hours. I was gonna be right back, and I was gonna bring him back.
Wait a minute, how long?
Like 2 hours.
2
We had
hours.
reservations, so we're gonna get right in.
Then comes a confession, leaving a child alone for hours just to go out. The courtroom goes silent as excuses sound casual, but the consequences feel serious. The judge leans in as the questions hit harder than ever.
So you made reservations and you left your child with her for just 2 hours. Was it just for that night?
It
or
was not 2 hours, Your Honor. It was 6
Okay.
hours
All right.
plus 2 bonus hours because she wanted to have a rendezvous.
All right, hold on one second. Okay, continue this. Yeah, this
Thank
is,
you.
I really want to hear this one.
She think because she got a pool.
Well,
in her
I ain't
backyard.
worried about that. Let's get to the facts. Go
Okay,
ahead.
sorry. So I spent the block, ran to the Perry's with the fella. You know what I'm saying? He was far. Okay. So look, I'm trying to get him a stepdad. I was gonna bring him back a pork chop special. Have you had one of them Perry's pork chops?
You trying to get a
It's like
stepdaddy?
this,
Listen,
it's-
you're trying to go and get a stepdaddy
For the
with
baby.
for a pork chop with a pork chop. Is
I
that
was
how?
gonna bring him the pork chop bag.
What starts as a simple explanation quickly unravels. A plan involving finding a stepfather raises eyebrows, and the judge's patience wears thin. The logic collapses, leaving disbelief in its place.
And so you expect him to be stepdaddy because you bringing the pork chop because you bring. I want him to be
I'm
my
bringing the
stepdaddy.
baby.
So maybe if I give him a pork chop, he gonna be my.
I'll bring the baby back a pork chop.
Oh, the baby, you bring the baby a pork
I
chop,
went
not
on
the man a pork chop.
No, the man was gonna buy the baby a pork chop.
Okay.
That's how I'm taking care of him.
Hold on one second. Hold on one second, man.
So me and the man went out to dinner. I get back, they all, you're not supposed to leave your baby here, this and this and this. I'm like, he's 6 years old. He got some noodles. He got a couple of Capri Sun. I cracked the window, the fan was on, so he was good.
The explanation only gets worse. Food becomes a focus as the judge hears how the child was left alone with snacks and extreme heat. The courtroom tension reaches an unbelievable level.
They say I'm unfit. I fight a couple people, bust a few windows, plant some tires, and they think that I can't.
Ma'am, you cannot be serious right now.
Dead.
Are you really serious right now? Number one, you're talking about. Well, first of all, let me say this. How hot is it outside right now?
105. That's the car.
Hold on. I'm asking her because you're already at 105 because you're already talking. You heated up, and I understand.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's
passionate.
how hot is it outside right now?
Well, that day it was, cause we went at night.
I
So
didn't
we gonna cool
ask
down a
whether
little
you went at night or anything, because it's still hot at night as well, too.
I mean, about 80, 90, it cooled down. But he had a fan.
And you got a fan. You gave the child a fan in the car.
I cracked the window.
You cracked it. So what is this child, a dog?
No. Caleb, he's a human.
The judge pushes back hard, questioning judgment, safety, and responsibility. What was meant as a defense only deepens concern. The line between mistake and neglect is no longer blurry.
But it's hot outside and you're going to give the child a fan. And then what
And
else?
Capri Sun.
And a Capri Sun.
Two.
Now let me ask you something. Would you want a hot car or a hot environment and somebody to give you a Capri Sun?
No, I was at Perry's.
You know what? Sometimes you just don't have the words to say. And I guess this is one of those times where, Lord have mercy, I do not have the words to say. Now this lady right here, Miss, what'd you say your first name was?
Kelly with a capital K.
Miss Kelly with the capital K.
The best project
Okay,
manager.
I didn't ask if you was the best or the worst because you have no proof to tell me if you did right or wrong. It comes to those project managers or whatever else you say. You don't have to build the words up to me.
Kelly.
Okay.
Sometimes words fail, and this is one of those moments. Disbelief fills the room as explanations continue to fall short. Frustration builds, and the outcome hangs in the balance.
But If you don't want to be done that way, why do you think that it's okay to let a child sit like that and treat him like that?
For 2 hours.
It doesn't matter, but I said, would you want that done?
No. I mean, but sometimes we gotta go through stuff to get to the bigger picture, and I was working on this.
Well, it looked like you got to the bigger picture with Paris.
I did, and that's when you know the baby was gonna come with me.
I see. Okay.
Setting him up.
All right. Miss Rowe, how much do you make how much you make a year?
I make 65.
65,000 a year. And doing what again?
I work for insurance.
Insurance. And insurance, yeah, just call somebody else.
Bag of ball.
Emotions settle and facts take center stage. Income, responsibilities, priorities, all examined closely. The judge connects the dots, and what sounded like excuses now faces hard reality.
All right, so before I do anything else, quick question, because I almost forgot. So who pays the health insurance for this child?
I do.
Okay, both of y'all can't say that at the same time. So
I'm the mom.
I pay. It comes out of my check, $350.
I love my baby.
If all you've been talking about is pork chops.
Your Honor,
I can tell you probably been eating a lot of pork chops. Yes, but can you do what?
She says she loves her baby. Yeah. The only time she comes around is December the 31st to get his social so she can file him on the taxes. She's trying to get a come up. She lies, Judge. She puts 8 dependents. She got 1 kid.
And so you're paying they're paying you obviously $65,000 for your income.
New allegations shake the courtroom. Claims of manipulation and financial motive add another layer of tension. The judge listens carefully, knowing this detail could change everything. Clip 14. A year and a half without support raises serious red flags. The judge recognizes a pattern and calls it out directly. The focus shifts from excuses to accountability.
Are you paying your cousin anything for keeping this child and taking care of this child?
What I'm paying for?
She barely will give me the food stamp. She get $1,500 in the food stamp.
I see where this is going now,
I want my
man.
baby back.
Okay, yeah, there's everything. You think the world just revolves around you, because I cannot believe what I'm hearing right now. So this is what we're going to do. And it's obviously that, you are going to be paying something. I mean, you make $65,000 a year.
Barely.
Okay, so how long have you had the child? What's his name? Caleb.
Caleb, correct. Caleb has been with us about 1.5 years.
1.5 years?
Yes, because thank God they did a welfare check.
And you haven't received anything for 1.5 years?
Absolutely not, but sorry, excuses.
Hold on. It's not here to insult. I'm just asking questions.
The biggest question lands hard. Where was she all this time? The judge challenges her sudden return, forcing the past back into the spotlight. Intentions are questioned, and the pressure is on.
1.5 years, you haven't received anything.
Barely.
Okay, obviously this child is going to need to be taken care of, because everything in life just ain't free. You just can't drop your child off and let somebody else take care of it.
I didn't drop him off.
She's taking care of your child.
I want him back.
She's taking care of. Okay, so how come you just now coming to court and saying that you just want him back? What happened to the past year?
I've been saying I want him back. She keep dragging me through the mud.
Dragging you through the
I'm unfit. I'm very fit. I go to
Ma'am,
the
I'm just going to say this. When you're talking about caviar and stuff like that, obviously you have other reasons. So this is what we're going to do. So
fit. Are you? Judge, if you didn't
hold on, ladies, hold on. Because we're not going to go there. Y'all sound like my family during Christmas time.
Numbers don't lie. The judge breaks everything down. Income, expenses, responsibility. The reality of support becomes clear, and the weight of accountability is about to fall where it belongs.
Pressure.
So, Miss Roe Campbell.
Yes.
You see, you make $65,000 a year. Okay. You paying by your cousin $350. Your gross is $5,417, and 20% of that, with your net, is $4,401.57. Your high rim, 100 plus. We're gonna add that $163 to it. So basically, you got to pay something. You can't just let your cousin take care of all the business while you're thinking all high and mighty with pork chops and caviar. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, before we get to that, let me go ahead and get this before I forget about it.